quick tips on improving your client intake and how to capture more of those clients that call your firm. Hey guys, Jamal Galadari here, helping law firms and attorneys with online marketing and SEO. Well, let's dive right in, guys. Today, I just wanted to talk about client intake, and it's always been important, but even more so today because legal consumers have more resources at their fingertips, right? So they have voice. They have a ton of voice searches. I could name one of them, but then one of it would start talking to me, right? You have Google Voice as well, and you have the online. Online has changed a lot, and how the legal consumer does their searches and finds things, right? We're getting more and more conditioned to look at directories, to do searches online when we want to find things, because Google makes it very easy for us to find things these days. So, and it is a big difference than it was just, a couple years ago. So this study was done in 2020 by iLawyer Marketing. 84% of the participants in the study said that they would go on to contact 3 or more firms. That is huge, right? So why that's so big is you better capture those clients when they call your firm and have really good intake, right? Back in 2014, a study done by Fine Law here, you can see 72% of the people in this study went on to contact one attorney, right? So client intake is so extremely important, and it's only become more and more important today and moving forward. So it's really in your best interest to make sure you improve your client intake. So today I just wanted to cover just some quick things that you can do to improve that. Number one would be to answer the phone. I can't tell you how many times firms don't answer the phone on the first ring, second ring. You should be answering that phone. It should never go to voicemail. Now, if it does go to voicemail, if you're alone, you don't have staff, that's all right. Just in your voicemail, what I would do is just tell that client that you'll follow up with them within 24 hours. 24 hours is a long time though, right? The odds are they're probably going to contact the other firm, and you want to be the first person that they talk to, right? Because if you're the first person that they talk to, there's ways that you can get them to commit to you, and it would deter them from basically talking to other people. So you want to be the first person to answer the phone. And another step would be get rid of the call tree, guys. I know if you're a very large firm, I get it. You might have different departments like a personal injury department, a real estate department, opposing counsel, different lines for, different people calling. Get rid of the call tree. Just have someone answering the phone. If you're a big enough firm, you already have staff, have someone pick up the phone right away. It may take a couple seconds, right, for that person to ask a couple questions, but it's that human interaction that is so important, right? Because when people are calling, they're usually going through probably the worst situation of their life. Usually people don't, granted, it depends on what practice area you're in, but usually people aren't expecting to get an attorney, right? Whether it be divorce, they get into a car accident, they get arrested, right? Most criminals don't think they're going to get arrested. Or did they get arrested, right? They didn't think like, oh, I need to have an attorney ready, and they're getting referrals from multiple people. And just like that study, you want to be, for one of the 3, and on the top of that, you want to capture that client. So get rid of the call tree, have empathy. It's really important to have empathy. These people are going through a super hard time, right? Usually, or something they haven't experienced. And when you get them on the phone, whether it's your staff or yourself, you have to sell yourself to those clients. Sell yourself to the clients, right? It's really important that you do that. And what separates you from the 2 other firms that they're going to contact, right? If you have that differentiator from those other firms, that's going to seal the deal, right? That's going to make them say, you know what, I spoke with that attorney and they're just so much different than the other firm. I'm going to go with them. And a lot of this even has to do before they even contact the firm, right? But once they contact the firm, you want to start selling yourself, and you want to make things easy streamline, and you want to have a strategy. So whatever that strategy is that you have in place, make sure you have a follow-up strategy, right? So the reason why you want to have a follow-up strategy is people will call, leave a message. Maybe they're not ready right at that moment, right? Or you gather some information, you find out this is a quality lead, but they have to run really quick, right? They have to get off the phone, right? Just make sure you have some follow-up strategies. Like, what will those follow-up strategies be? Well, you should get their name, email, and phone number, right? And if you get their name, email, and phone number, those are 3 ways you can contact them, and you should do it multiple times in all 3 of those avenues. So let's say one day you reach out by phone in the morning, and then you guys send them an email. And then maybe you send them a text, right? So that way you're hitting them in multiple areas and multiple ways of contacting them to make sure you're solidifying that lead and grabbing that potential client, because people get busy, right? Maybe that person always works in the morning, right? And if you're constantly calling them in the morning and they're not answering, you're not going to get a hold of them, right? So then if you send them an email, maybe they respond better by email. Maybe they respond better by text. Maybe they prefer text, right? So if you use those options in your follow-up strategy, you'll have a much better time capturing those clients that you're working so hard for. You're maybe paying for leads. These are all really key factors in improving your intake, right? And I would challenge you to have, friends and family call your firm and hear what that secretary is saying. Hear what the staff is that's answering the phone is saying. Because a lot of times the staff either is rude, they don't listen, they don't pick up the phone, and you could have some serious client intake issues. And at the end of the year, that could have a large impact on how much you make, right? And especially if you're spending money on online advertising, and you're paying money for leads, and you're just missing out on a ton of calls, you're missing out on a ton of potential clients. It could be that the one client that helps you get to retirement, right? It could be that big client you've been looking for. So it's really important to make sure you have good intake, and if you have good intake, you're going to get better results with anything that you're doing online. And there's a lot more that you could be doing with client intake. I wanted to keep this very short because there's different strategies that you can use, like email drip campaigns and things like that in your follow-up strategy. But I just wanted you to take some time to take a look at your own client intake. What can you improve on it? And as well as how you can capture those clients, get rid of the call tree guys, answer the phone right away. Make sure the people that are answering the phone are pleasant and nice. Sell yourself. You're a business. Sell yourself as much as you can. Make things easy. Have empathy. I hope that was helpful, guys. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. If you like these videos, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel or go to jamalgaladari.com for more info. And you can always give me a call. I'm happy to walk through this stuff with you. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.